All right, guys, happy Wednesday. Today we've got Olympic lifting. We're focusing on the clean, all right? So the idea here today is to focus on technique and speed. We'll be building as we go, starting with sets of 5, going into sets of 2, okay? There's some things I'm always gonna say with the Olympic lifts that we'll talk about for the newer athletes, but basically today, these are not touch and go reps. We wanna do a single rep every time. So the first set of 5, you're gonna drop it or put it down and reset from the floor every rep. Okay, so when you step up to the bar, your feet should be right under your hips. As you reach down and find your grip, you're gonna pull your chest up, right? Get that tension in your back. Always focusing on keeping the chest tall throughout the entire lift. You never want it to face the ground, all right? So as you pull off the ground, you get the bar past your knees, good contact, drop into that squat, stand up, and reset, all right? So a lot going on there. The Olympic lifts are very challenging. For the newer athletes or those with a tight front rack position, a couple basic tools are, first is to go from the hang position. So if you're just learning, we recommend starting from this hang position. This teaches you how to use your hips and how to get under the bar quicker. So same concept, I just start from here, I load the hips back, jump into a squat, or a combination if you want to do a power clean so you don't squat, jump. Okay? If you watch from the side, what you could see is that when I load the bar, I'm pushing my hips backwards. I want to load the posterior chain while keeping my chest upright. What we don't want to do is drop straight down into the knees. Okay? This is the same feeling we're trying to get off the floor. When I pick the bar up off the floor, the knees should go back so I feel tension here. Okay? A common error, particularly when the weight is really light, is that people will come straight up with the bar, right? The bar is far from their body and they haven't loaded their posterior chain, okay? You should feel the bar every rep, no matter where you're pulling it from. Make physical contact at your thighs, right? When I stand up with the bar and I'm standing right here, this spot that I feel contact, I should feel that every rep that I perform. So that's one of the first things to learn, okay? So if I'm going from here, contact in that spot, or if I'm going from the floor, contact in that same spot every single time, okay? So again, have fun with it, build. Newer athletes, don't worry about the reps and percentages as much as drilling those positions. Have fun with it. Let's talk about conditioning. All right, guys, we got an awesome little couplet today. Building off of the skill that we just worked on, this is gonna be hang power cleans with bar facing burpees. It's gonna be 21, 15, 9. Okay, 8-minute time cap. So this means it's meant to be short and intense. So choose a weight that you're really comfortable moving. If you're debating, choose a weight on the lighter side because the hang power clean is starting from that hang position. So you're gonna ideally not have to drop the bar very often. So I didn't talk about this in the last part, but it was equally important in all your Olympic lifts. You want to hook grip the bar. Okay, hook gripping the bar is when we grab our thumb between the bar, okay? And this locks our grip in position. This is the strongest position when we're pulling, right? So the bar doesn't slip out of our hands. We can get as much power into the bar as possible, okay? So for a workout like this, that becomes really important. So the hang power clean, I've got that hook grip, chest is tall, I load the hips back, jump, catching that quarter squat and stand up, okay? Notice my fingers here, they're open. I don't have the hook grip up here. The bar's resting on my body. The most efficient way to do reps here is what we call barbell cycling. So as I receive the bar, I go right into my next rep. Okay, I'm focusing on keeping the chest tall, still jumping through the legs, all right? If you're newer, this can be more challenging, so you can reset every time. You might have to drop it down, set yourself, think about it, and do one rep at a time like that, okay? But again, ideally, you choose a weight as you work on that position, okay? So that's the hang power clean, all right? From here, we're going to bar facing burpees, classic tiring movement. This bar facing means you're perpendicular to the bar at the bottom, okay? You have to get to this position however you want. I jump back, you can step back and forward, whatever you'd like to do. Just make sure that you're fully behind the bar, because sometimes this happens, this is no good, all right? Fully behind the bar, chest and thighs touch the floor. However you want to get back up, the rule is you have to jump over the bar with both feet. Turn back around, do another rep. The fastest way, if you're feeling really springy, is as you jump your feet up, you are in a jumping stance to go over right away. There's a lot of style here. I always talk about rhythm. Try to find a sustainable way that you can move back and forth, all right? 8-minute time cap, if that's challenging for you for this workout. Another cool thing to change is the reps. Maybe try something like 15, 12, 9, okay? So that way you can play around with maybe a heavier weight, or if you're not that great at burpees, it allows you to keep sprinting through. So that is our conditioning for the day. We do have a little finisher for you as well. Hey guys, so now that you finished that little sprinty workout, when you're done and you recover, we're gonna do a finishing is just 50 cals on any cardio machine of choice, all right? So if you've done bike earlier this week or row, choose a machine you haven't done. This is 80 to 80% effort. This is not an all-out max effort. This is meant to just be a little bit of cardio, cool down, make our muscles feel good, and reinforce good position on these machines. So bike, rower, or the ski erg. So any of those work. Have fun with it. See you tomorrow.